All right, you guys. So Jermaine Dupree, you know, the guy who basically found his so deaf, he has responded to people that are online that have basically been calling him a predator, claiming that he finessed and took advantage of his former so deaf artist Kriss Kross and things like that. And so he is under a lot of scrutiny because of this situation, these allegations, right? And he is under major, like I said, he's under major scrutiny of this. And, we see in the industry, it's a lot of guys who are in that position that get accused of certain things. And so I want to show you guys his response to this. I want to show y'all Jermaine's response to this, because he obviously felt a way about this entire situation. He's obviously been feeling a way about this entire situation. So let's get into this, because I think it's important to hear Jermaine's side of this. As Jermaine, he is known as a legendary producer in the game. And so, again, to have these type of allegations on you, it could really damage your reputation. You know what I mean? To have these allegations on your helmet. So, let's talk about this.
I'm gonna get right to it. I ain't even play no games with this. Earlier today, I posted this clip from Earn Your Leisure interview that I did, where I'm talking about me writing Kriss Kross' first album. 100% writer. Right. So, like, say for instance, like Kriss Kross' first album, or Kriss Kross, all of the album, I wrote, with the first album, I wrote everything on the album and produced everything on the album. So therefore, that's 100%. Like, therefore, I get 100% of every piece of the pie that's coming when it's publishing, right? So that's what I'm saying. So soon as Kriss Kross sold 2 million, it was $1 million at my door.
$1 million from the.
But they sold 2 million. They sold 2 million records in like 2 weeks.
From publishing, just from publishing, it was $1 million.
Yeah, it was $1 million already. Like because it's like they say it's in the pipe. They call it it's in the pipeline. So once you start selling records like that, the money, the people, everybody know the money is there. Right? So then people just start showing up like, yo, I give you, if you, let's do 50% of your publishing, we give you $1 million advance, da-da-da-da. That's what advances start, because they can see the money.
If you own a label and you get in the masters, and then you write the music, and you get in the publishing, and then you produce the music, so you're getting all the money.
You don't get all the money. But
what else is there to get?
I mean, but by the way, you get a significant amount of money.
A large,
but
the lion's share.
You get a significant amount of money. And producing their first album and being 100% writer. The comments about this is crazy. I seen people saying I took advantage of the Krisses. I seen people saying I finessed them. I seen people calling me a predator. Man, I seen people say you should blame the parents for letting me do what I did to the Krisses. And it shit just keeps going on and on and on, right? I need all of you niggas that's saying all of this shit to come to the front of the congregation right now. Come down here and sit. We're going to unpack this right now. So just so y'all clear, I want y'all to hear me really, really good. There was a time in Atlanta when young kids didn't want to rap. There was a time in Atlanta when young kids didn't even have an idea that they could become rappers. There was a time in Atlanta when a young producer went to a mall and met 2 kids that weren't even a group. They was just 2 kids. I saw them and I said, yo, what y'all do? And the 2 kids told me nothing. And I keep saying 2 kids because I want y'all to understand they was just 2 kids. They had no idea that there was a group. I decided y'all should be a group. They had never been to the studio. They had never had a thought to be a group. They never wanted to be a group. They weren't running around Atlanta with a demo tape trying to shop it. They was just in the mall being cool kids. And I'm sure in the world that we live in right now, it's hard for y'all to even imagine that this is what life was. But this is what life was in Atlanta. These two kids that told me they did nothing went from meeting me at Greenbrier Mall, telling me they did nothing, to becoming millionaires before their 15th and 16th birthday. I tell these guys, wait, let me go back, because I want to say this too, because you guys keep moving the goalposts as if, I don't know what it is about Kriss Kross that makes y'all want to move the goalposts, but prior to Kriss Kross, I had this other group called Silk Times Leather. And these was girls, this was a girl group, all-female group called Silk Times Leather from Atlanta. I wrote and produced a whole album as well. Now, I didn't make millions of dollars. I think I made the most I made, probably $50,000 at the most. That's the most I made. But that don't sound like nothing to y'all, so y'all don't give a fuck about that, right? Cool. But I did write and produce a whole album. But I ain't finessed them, right? Because I ain't making $50,000. Anyway, let's go back. So Kriss Kross, right? So when I did the Silk Times Leather album, they got signed to Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers told them that their producer was too young and he had no experience in the music industry, so they wanted to have someone help me produce their record. The person they sent to produce their record, help me produce their record, was a guy by the name of Joe Nicolo, otherwise known as Joe the Butcher. So Joe the Butcher basically mixed the Silk Times Leather record and showed me a couple of things here and there to make the beat sound fatter, this, that, and the third, right? Help me out. After the Silk Times Leather album came out and it did whatever, like, you know, this is the only person I knew in the music industry. I'm in College Park. I'm 17 years old. Mind you, I'm 17 years old. I don't know nobody, but I tell them I'm gonna get them signed. I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna get them signed. I'm just talking. I'm just believing that I could do it, right? We start cutting demos, blah, blah, blah. And we finally get to this one song, Little Boys in the Hood. And I send a demo to Joe the Butcher. This is the only guy I know in the music business. And he had just opened a new record company called Rough House Records. Rough House signs Kriss Kross. Now, Rough House signs Kriss Kross. Kriss Kross is not signed to Jermaine Dupree's production company or Jermaine Dupree's record company, because Jermaine Dupree don't have no record company. Jermaine Dupree is a nobody. So it's no So Def, and they're not signed to So Def Productions. I get these guys a record deal with Rough House Records, and you know how much money I got from that record deal? Nothing. So Kriss Kross got paid before I even saw a dime. For anybody out there asking how much money did they make, they got paid in advance as artists, whatever their artist deal was. I don't even know what their deal was. I wasn't part of it. They got an artist deal. They got signed to a record company. They got paid. This was prior to me making any money off these guys. We go in the studio, we start writing, we do what we do. I make Jump, send Jump to Rough House, boom, everybody go crazy, put the song out. The song goes, I think, gold in a week. It was platinum the second week. It was double platinum in the third week or some shit like that. Kriss Kross started doing shows everywhere. Boom, shows everywhere. They blowing up. The box is going crazy. Kriss Kross. They start selling merchandise. And Kriss Kross started making $1 million to damn near $2 million a week in just merchandise. You know how much money I got from that? Nothing. I still ain't got paid. But mind you, just listen, I still ain't got paid. The record's out. It's doing good. I'm feeling good because I know I got a hit. You know what I mean? The record's number one, but I ain't got no money like that. I'm not making that type of money. They doing shows. They're doing shows every day, every whatever. I'm not making I ain't getting no show money. They get bigger. They keep getting bigger, blah, blah, blah. You get more shows. They go on tour. They making more money, merchandise. They doing all kind of things. I'm not making nothing from any of that. So y'all, to the people out there that was in the back, y'all come to the front. You ask how much money did Kriss Kross actually make? I just told you they was making what I got, the little check I got from EMI. They was making that a week in merchandise. Are y'all paying attention? Are you hearing me? Y'all telling me that I took advantage of them because somebody came and gave me a $1 million check. $1 million. But I finessed them. And I did everything. And I did all of this shit with two niggas, little niggas, that told me they didn't do nothing. And they became millionaires before their 15th and 16th birthday. But I finessed them. Y'all got me fucked up, man.
So I understand what Jermaine O'Neal's coming out at, because, and I'm gonna say this, like, I don't know the whole ins and out of their side of the story. I mean, if Kriss Kross have a side, I don't know where these allegations came from. He just said that the people have been out here accusing him of that, being a predator and all this other stuff, which is crazy. But he found a lot of young talent. You know what I'm saying? He put a lot of young talent out on the, whether he found them or helped push them along. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But here's the thing: when you have nothing and you come into a situation and you start making millions of dollars, and somebody says, okay, you know what? Hey, man, I can do something with y'all, man. Come on, let's get this money. And you sign a deal. Once you sign a deal, you sign a dotted line, you can't go back. This is the same type of stuff that's being complained, and I forget what's the other boy's name case that's going on right now. But that's a whole case right now. But still, you can't come back and then complain and say, hey, man, my money ain't right, man. My money ain't right. No. You signed that deal at first. You have to fulfill your contract, right? And then you go do another contract that you like that fits what your needs are. But if you just wanted, let's say you was poor, you just want to get out of the situation and get money, and you signed a deal just so you could just start getting bread, you can't then come back later on and say, hey, man, I don't like this deal, man. Come on, man. You signed the contract. You need to fulfill your contract, because you didn't have nothing. And you obviously probably didn't think that it was going to be where it went, but you got money. You signed a deal. This is why people got to read contracts and read fine print and read paperwork, man, so they don't get in situations like this. And I'm not saying that they Kriss Kross complain about this, because I haven't heard that they complain. But people who are out here making these type of arguments and stuff like that, y'all need to be arguing these artists if they're not reading their contracts at first, man. You can't not read your contract and later on say, I'm going to read this contract and then don't like what you signed. No. This is why you always read the fine print. You learn that early in school. Period. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure y'all click those links below. Subscribe to the podcast show. You can donate support to the channel, Cash App, PayPal, or buy that weight loss formula. All the links are below. Peace.